Andy Sullivan, Blue Collar Corner. I'm here in Staten Island. I'm with the county chair for the GOP, Bob Scamardella. Bob, welcome.
Thank you very much, Andy. Glad to be here.
What brings you here tonight, sir?
Well, we're here to support Dan Donovan in his race for district attorney, a fine man who we got to re-elect to a third term.
And you just got reelected yourself. Is that true?
Well, I didn't get re-elected. I got elected.
Oh, this was your initial election.
My initial election as county chair of the Republican Party here on Staten Island.
And I tell you, just knowing Dan Donovan, but not knowing him that well, I don't think anybody knows if he's a Republican or a Democrat. What do you attribute that kind of bipartisanship that he kind of exudes as opposed to the feeling that's going throughout the country now where it's like this hyper-partisanship?
Well, look, as a practical matter, a prosecutor has to provide justice, and integrity is the watchword of what a good prosecutor is. And Dan Donovan is highly ethical, and he's going to do what's just. And labels like Republican, conservative, black, white, Catholic, Jewish mean nothing to a prosecutor. A good one, that mean nothing to Dan Donovan. Justice is what really matters to him.
You know, that'd be great if all our representatives could have that type of persona.
Absolutely, but it's absolutely essential for a prosecutor, and Danny has it.
He seems to be like really on the cutting edge of some of the most important things that plague us. Stuff like the prescription medicine epidemic that's going on right now. I feel like that's really been under the radar, yet he was really very aggressive with some of his legislation on curbing that.
Yeah, not only that, that's a scourge right now, obviously, and is always very involved in it, but drunk driving, has got a good history with respect to dealing with that problem, which was very big out here in Staten Island. Battered women, he took the lead in that, all while making sure that street crime, you know, the robberies, the rapes, the murders, etc., are prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, and that Staten Island remains the safest community of 450 to 500,000 people.
That's truly amazing. That's a great ribbon to have. Now, do you have any opinion about what's going on down at Wall Street, the whole Occupy Wall Street protest that's going on?
Well, I have a couple of reactions to that. The first one that comes to mind, quite honestly, is that over the last couple of years, a lot of people railed against the Tea Party as being radical and not civil and
racist.
And you know, you see some of the conduct there is
hundreds of arrests.
It would be demonized to an extraordinary extent if it was, quote, the Tea Party. The other observation I would make is that I understand people's frustration with the economic conditions of this country. Heck, I'm frustrated with it too. But I'm not quite sure what the message of these folks is. I just don't think it's solution-oriented. And I just attribute it to people just blowing off steam and acting out their frustrations in a non-rational way.
Do you think maybe it's Obama's kind of vacuum of leadership? I mean, I think this jobs plan that he's proposing really has no merit or meat to it. It seems like just another stimulus too.
Well, look, the fact that the economy is not growing has a lot to do with what's happening on Wall Street, and the fact that the economy isn't growing has a lot to do with the way President Obama and the Democrats are treating it. At the end of the day, they feel that government is the solution to the problem, and I disagree with them, and I think that the private enterprise is the solution, and if they would let private enterprise do its job, we would see this economy begin to grow, and we'd see what's going on Wall Street begin to end.
You know, Bob, you got a great community out here in Staten Island. I see political enthusiasm and activism at probably some of the highest rates. And what do you attribute that to?
Well, that's a very, very good question. People are very civic-minded out here in Staten Island. I think they love Staten Island, and a lot of people are homeowners. I think that has something to do with it. A lot of people are family-oriented. They have family, they have children. They think about generations to come, and they're just more engaged and less apathetic.
Any favorites for the GOP?
I'm gonna punt on that. To be very honest with you, I'm studying that situation very, very closely.
I'm 0 for 3 tonight, Bob. I couldn't get an answer from 3.
No, well, look, it's true. I'm not sure. I'm leaning certain ways, but I just don't think I should talk about the way I'm leaning. And when we're ready to say who we're supporting, we'll say it. But I happen to think that should come sooner as opposed to later. And I'd like to see the Republican Party in the very, very near future coalesce behind one candidate.
Absolutely. Bob, thank you so much for your time at Blue Collar Corner. Good luck and God bless.
It's great to be here. Thank you very much.